Hi everyone, this is Ryan from rockthedivine.com. Thank you so much for tuning in to my latest video. I haven't been able to fit many videos in, so I am trying to give you guys some good things to watch in between clients. And today I thought I would share how I found out I was a psychic medium. Now, I'm going to try to keep this short and sweet because really there is 40 years of shit I could tell you, but I don't want you falling asleep, and I don't think I have that much battery left to even share all of that. So, how did I find out I was a psychic medium? What I will say is when I was young, I did have a lot of strange phenomena that happened to me. I had seen ghosts. We lived in a haunted house, and that came with seeing a lot of things as a child. Of course, I blamed it on the house, never thought that it was because I was a medium. And, I was always interested in the mystical. I was interested in psychic and mediums and ghosts and sort of the unknown. And I was always the friend that had the weird phenomena happening to them. If we went somewhere and there's a ghost, it was probably going to interact with me. None of that stuff, though, made me think that it was because I was a medium. I didn't hear anything, sense anything. There was really, other than seeing the random things that happened that sometimes I share here on other videos for Halloween, I didn't have anything concrete that would tell me I was a psychic medium. It wasn't until I was 30 and I started experiencing really bad anxiety. And I would say that I really had, I don't know what's going on here. Anyway, there was no reason for me to be experiencing the anxiety because my life was actually going really well. And I, for the first time in most of my life, had no concerns. I was happily married. Things were going great. And then this anxiety really started rising to the surface. I sought out a therapist who taught me how to mindfully meditate. So that's following your breath in and out. And I'm going to fix this. See, this is why I don't curl my hair, because you just don't know. It's volatile, Anyway, so mindfully meditating is following your breath in and out and using your body awareness as an anchor. I started doing that 5 to 10 minutes every day, and it really helped my anxiety. It quickly made me start feeling a lot better, so I highly recommend it for many reasons. Well, with that, it cracked open a door. I started seeing things, feeling sensations on my body, seeing things out of the corner of my eye. And of course, at first, this was not a welcome thing. I thought the meditation, I had either possessed myself or I had opened the gates of hell in my bedroom. So the anxiety actually came back because now I was freaked out with whatever was happening to me. It wasn't until I contacted a trusted medium who told me what was going on. She said that I was a medium and these are the things that are happening to you. And it was very helpful, but of course I started trying to navigate this all on my own. The anxiety is going on, all this really strange phenomena, which I have to say, that's like 100 things, and anyone that comes to me usually has like these 100 things that are going on with them. And you're trying to decipher everything and figure everything out. And then part of you wonders like if you're losing it. And I totally did. I thought, you know what? My life has been going really well, and now I'm going to have to go to an asylum. My husband is going to have to take me to an asylum, and they're going to give me one of those white jackets, and I can't wear white. Really, it just doesn't look good. I just look pale in it. But my husband was very loving and very understanding, but concerned, because I think, like me, he was questioning, is she losing her shit, like fully, right? Because when you're experiencing anxiety and you're going to a therapist and then you tell your husband, I'm also seeing stuff right over there, it's gonna cross anyone's mind. Slowly I started figuring out more and more what was going on with me, and with the help of this medium. I then found a mentor that was going to help teach me how to hone my abilities. I had been trying to do it on my own, and it really wasn't going anywhere, and I wasn't really good at any particular thing. And I was testing myself online with these quizzes you can take, and I'd never get any of them right, and I thought, what the hell am I doing? But anyway, I contacted this mentor, and I had waited about a year to do this with her. I had been watching her and following her, and I just kept not doing it. I didn't want to spend the money. I was afraid this was all for no reason. I didn't want to tell my husband I wanted to use this money because I think I'm a psychic medium and not just crazy. Anyway, I finally did it, and within that first session, my life changed. She had such a great way of explaining things. She was lovely and down to earth, and she knew everything that was going on with me, and just these specific things that all of a sudden it was just like the clouds parted, the sun came in, and she had me do a connection, and I actually connected and I got stuff right. And I left that session, I was like, oh my God, I'm not going crazy. This is all coming to a head. So anyway, I spent the next few years mentoring with her, slowly honing my abilities, growing my gifts. And what I noticed is that it started happening quite fast. I went from just being really not good at anything to pretty darn good at it. And that brings us to here. Now I am teaching others, obviously, and I love doing it. I would have never thought 10 years ago that the anxiety I was experiencing was actually going to put me on such a path. My life has become so much more magical than I could have imagined it ever would. I also realize now, the anxiety was a few things going on, past trauma and things we bury start bubbling to the surface. But also, it was time for me to have my spiritual awakening. Let me get rid of that. It was time for me to have my spiritual awakening. And I do want to warn people that sometimes it's not very pleasant. Anxiety is an alarm system. It is your body trying to tell you something. And if you're experiencing it, I highly recommend going to a therapist to find out what that is, instead of silencing the alarm. We want to listen to it. We want to know what it's saying. For me, that anxiety, not only was it past trauma and things that were bubbling to the surface that need dealt with, but it was my gifts trying to rise to the surface, and blockages being removed from my system and what have you. And the meditation was really what was able to clear all that and get things moving. So anyway, that is how I ended up here, and I hope I kept that short and sweet for you, but it's been quite a journey, and I'm really excited to see where it goes. Much love to you, babes. I want to say one more thing, well, a few more things before I go. I always hit stop and then I'm like, wait, I forgot something. What I want to say is that have trust and faith of why your awakening is happening when it is. I have a lot of people that get a hold of me and they feel that, they've been missing signs, or they wish they would have started this sooner, or why didn't they have their spiritual awakening when they're 20, they're now 50 or 60 or whatever age. Don't do that to yourself. There's a reason, many reasons, why the awakening is happening when it is for you. We're all born with these abilities. However, when they will bubble to the surface is different for each of us. And there's nothing special anyone did that they're like, I was 15 and I was talking to my neighbor's deceased relatives. Well, that's an agreement that person made with their higher self and with their team. And our agreements are different. I a lot of times was so mad. I thought, geez, where the hell were these gifts when I was 20? Well, I don't think I would have been ready for them at 20. I was busy, drinking, smoking cigarettes and doing all kinds of stuff. So I don't think I would have been responsible or in a mind frame to handle these abilities. I personally needed certain things to happen in my life. losses, failures, successes, experiences. And I can see now when I'm teaching students, a lot of those experiences that happened to me make sense, and I'm able to use them to help other people. So for whatever age or stage you're at, don't regret that you think you should have started this sooner, or somehow you've wasted your time or your life because now here you're 50 and just now your gifts are showing up. It's like you got a long time to go. And, there's a very good reason, if not many, many reasons. Maybe you needed to raise your children first, or maybe you needed to finally get divorced from that, what, so you could have more freedom to do so. There's a lot of divine timing and divine plans in our life, and there's no sense having any regrets. And it's just good to move forward from here on out and say, okay, let's rock and roll. Much love to you, babes.